Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. This week we're gonna actually continue building on the city. First of all, I wanna say a big thank you to everyone who watched and supported last week. I really enjoyed reading your comments and your appreciation for what I'm doing here. So I'm really looking forward to continuing this weekend. And just thought I give you some intro to what I did off camera because I couldn't wait, and unfortunately I started building quite a few things off camera, and I just want to walk you through it. It's not as much that it would make an issue, but it's still some stuff that happened. So I actually completely redid those lanterns that you can see here, right, on this side and the one in the rear. Essentially, they were originally reused, and now I completely redid them with candlestick pieces, with all sorts of the lollipop piece and tile modified and bar holders and stuff like that. And then I attached these in my opinion, really cool looking cable hoses. It's essentially just a rubbery hose thingy that you can attach as cable. And it looks pretty cool in my opinion. Let me know what you think about that. I also reused and kind of redid this tree for the park area. I will probably remove that while I'm still working on the park, but I just thought initially it might make sense to place it in there since it's something I did recently. I did some very, very slight modifications of the groundwork, but nothing major, mostly in the park area actually to close some tiny gaps that were there. I also got my order from Lego. Unfortunately, it wasn't complete, but it included the most important pieces, which was the window frames. So I integrated those window frames also over there, and I think one down there. And I did the door, which is actually really hard to see. Hold on 1 second. You can see it from this angle probably best, so this is why I'm still thinking about redoing the tree or putting it somewhere else or whatever, just so you can see this area back there a little bit better. And then I also redid this section in the back here. I made it more sloped slash wedged essentially, to accommodate for a more linear road or pathway that can go through there. We'll see if we keep it this way or if I make it bigger again. But those are kind of the main modifications that I did. I also assembled some minifigures. I still have some minifigure heads on the way, and also I think some bodies, but that will be something for a later episode. I also did this awesome electronics or electric kind of power box. I don't know how they're called actually. So that's just kind of what I did off camera, and we'll see what else. I did a slight modification to this wall actually to accommodate the bank and give it a little bit more, the park bench, and give it a little bit more room there. But that's about it. I think everything else is pretty much still the same, and we'll see pretty major upgrades in this episode. So yeah. Let's get building. Hey guys, this is me from the voiceover again. You can see me starting out with the street section actually, because it was bothering me quite a lot that it was studded while everything else was tiled off or with bricks on the side. And so basically I started kind of adjusting some small things about the street, and then also redid the back section of that red building there. I talked about it last time. I wasn't too happy with it, so I just did some very minor modifications to the door frame essentially there. And then I started ripping open the street again, completely removed the 8x8 brick that I had inserted there, and completely replaced it with tiling, and also some bricks and plates on the side. And you can see me trying to figure out how to do this again. I had to make some space and then put a plate in there, a large one, and then I had something to build off. I also wasn't too happy with the sideway, so you can see me taking apart the light bluish gray sidewalk, and I actually just made it more of a wedge instead of this weird jagged line that the sidewalk had previously. And now you can see me actually completing this top section of the building and giving it more structure. So I basically just made it as high as the green building on the side of it. And still continuing with the street as usual. I'm switching around. If I get bored on building something, I just continue on something else. As you can see, I had some issues matching everything up because I don't like when there's studs sticking out of a plate or brick that is holding a tile that is not completely covered. So I had to really make sure that this is as perfect as I wanted to have it. And then I added the wedge plates, and now I'm pretty much done. Now switching over to complete and basically cover the entire top of the buildings so that we have something to build off for the next story, of course. So now after I did some basic construction on those two buildings, you can see me switch over to the dark orange building, and I built the entire structure inside. I cover the windows with black bricks behind it so that it looks like it's just a dark room essentially behind that. And now I start using all sorts of colorful brick inside that you will never really see from the outside to really fill it up and give it some structure. And then I start connecting the walls to the bricks in the middle. And this is pretty important because the building has such weird angles that it becomes extremely unstable if I would just continue building upwards without connecting it to some kind of center core. And so I started building this core and then using hinge plates and also turntables. You can see there I'm trying a turntable. I think I'm taking it away again at some point. I tried around with it, how to ideally attach the sides. And I found a way in the end. You can see me attach the window, the upper windows, and then the window, I don't even know what it's called actually, the window, stuff. And I have the tree back at it again, and the tree flipped over a few times, so you will see me take it apart again. And in the meantime, I started going over to the other building and actually attaching some wedge plates and round plates and trying around with how this could look best. I first tried these fence pieces, which I got recently, but I thought they look a little bit too basic, and so I removed them later again. And now you can see me take the tree completely away because it was falling off. And I again tried around with the top section there, and then started to attach the tile with bar or shaft pieces. Those are those round tiles with a bar sticking out, and you can use those to attach all sorts of pieces. And now you can see me use the light bluish gray wiener piece for this corner to get the same angle as the plates that this is attached to. And this was really hard to do. This is sort of illegal in terms of building technique because it is barely holding in there. I used hollow studs to kind of put it in there, and then I might have done some very slight bending there, but nothing major. It's just kind of loose, right? It's not really super strongly attached. Now you can see me move over to the dark orange building again and complete the upper windows. And once I'm done with the upper windows, you will see me gravitate towards the other two buildings again, because at that point it was basically finished for me, and I just wanted to do something on the other buildings and then kind of see where we go from there.
yeah, and you can see me building up here. What I noticed was it started getting really boring. Of course, it's just a one-colored wall. So I started more and more implementing medium nougat, which I used in the lower story of the building already, so that I had some patches of different color in there, and it didn't look too boring, and had some nice building techniques in there.
Okay guys, after many hours of building, like last time, I think we made some pretty good progress. Let's get over kind of what I did so far. So you can see quite a bit of platform work here. I completed this section mostly. I will add a lot more details, such as additional trash cans and signage and stuff like that, which isn't really here right now at the moment, but I think it's looking pretty nice. So far I introduced a glass door there for this store, and right there we will add another signage or something like this for the store, and then probably this right here will be some kind of a pub or bar or something like this. And what you can see in the back now, with the tree removed because it kept falling over, so I removed it, you can see my door that I built. Pretty interesting building technique. I wish I could show you that a little bit more in depth, but I might want to do that later at some point. And yeah, a lot of structure, right? Lots of stuff in there going on to stabilize the inside. I added this these side windows and these details with these little slopes right here. They don't really have the right color yet, but they're doing a good job as a placeholder for now. And you can see I used a little bit of snot technique here to put this window sideways in, so you can swing it open like a European window. So that was kind of the idea there. And yeah, overall very happy with the building, pretty much done. And then, as I said, lots of work here. I used the wiener piece in light bluish gray to get this curve there. Most of these aren't really even attached to actual studs, so this way I was able to kind of make it work, and I think it looks pretty nice. I also did this section right here, so now there's a proper street and not just studs over studs over studs. And we have the area prepped for next time when we actually put a building in there. I also did this tiny bit of a keypad to enter the garage essentially there, but I did that in the very beginning, so that's already a few hours ago. Let me know what you think of it so far and what your opinion is. Some colors are still misplaced, so I will have to replace some colors, especially for the traffic lights. Some colors are not really matching so far, but I think the rest is starting to really come together nicely here. And yeah, let me know what you think.